Welcome back to Shades of San Diego. Our next guest has dedicated his time towards raising awareness about the Asian community through event organizing. I'd like to welcome the founder of Silk Road Production and COX Diversity Honoree, Dennis-Michael Broussard. Welcome, Dennis.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right, so you are originally from New Orleans, right?
Yes.
How did you end up in San Diego?
I spent most of my life in New Orleans. My father was in the Navy, and then he got tired of pulling us out of schools every year, so he sent us to live with his mother in New Orleans. And then after I finished undergrad, I was looking for different places to consider graduate school, so I moved to San Diego.
All right, and so how did you get involved in the community here?
I got involved in the community through volunteering for different organizations like the Japan Society of San Diego and Tijuana, American Cancer Society, and the more I got involved, and
Saw a need for nonprofit organizations and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I saw that I could get involved on a deeper level and really help these organizations achieve their goals. And I like short-term, goal-oriented projects, so events, I don't really think of it as being involved with events. I think of it as a short-term way of helping an organization reach its goal.
And it has a lot to do with your background as well, right? Because you are biracial?
Yeah, my father is of French-Canadian descent, and my whole father's family is in New Orleans, which is how I ended up living over there. And then my mother is Filipino, and she's in the Philippines now with her family, so I've kind of got the international biracial thing going.
All right, and you started up an organization on your own, Silk Road Productions. Tell us a little bit about that.
I did start that off based on the amount of events that I had been working on with all the different organizations, and I thought, well, let me just give myself a name here, and I kind of picked the name Silk Road based on the tie of the East and West, because I am of European and Asian ancestry, and that tie I found expressed through that name. So the symbolism there is very representative of myself.
All right, and so what does that all involve? Silk Road Productions, what do you oversee with that organization?
I produce events, I plan, I direct, I coordinate events, and I do them for nonprofit organizations to help them reach their goals, either by being hired for the current events, or by creating events and fundraisers for them. And the second part of that is that I create my own events. I come up with different ideas, some of them fun, some of them awareness drivers or fundraisers for nonprofits. And I kind of started off as a side project where I would think of a cool idea, something fun, and then tie it in with a nonprofit. I would do some research on an organization that I thought would be a good match. Like one of my earlier gigs that I did a few years back is I did a fashion show and art show based on women, like based on like being feminine, and the name of the event was Femininity. And doing some research, you know, the natural thing was to do breast cancer, and I saw that there was too many things about breast cancer. It's a worthy cause and it deserves all the attention, but there was something else out there that I didn't think got any attention. That was ovarian cancer. So I connected with the San Diego chapter of the National Ovarian Cancer Coalition, and I contacted them, and they were very excited about it, and we had this really huge turnout. It was really great. Raised some money for them, a lot of awareness. You know, got some artists out there and some local designers out there. It was really just a fun, great event, and
a lot of exposure for the Asian community here in San Diego. You're really involved from the San Diego Asian Film Festival, San Diego Asian Heritage Awards, to now the first Asian Cultural Festival of San Diego. Tell us how that one came about.
That one came about, I do a lot of work for this organization called the Mabruhai Alliance, and they are a minority-based organization in San Diego that helps empower minority communities. And one of the things they're really trying to do is outreach to the community and let people know about the programs that they have, including like financial literacy, foreclosure prevention, you know, that kind of stuff that really helps people. And so this was it kind of transmutated from a Filipino Independence Day. And I was suggesting to Faith Bautista, who is the executive director, president, that to have a more Pan-Asian appeal, because you're not representing just Filipinos anymore, you're representing minorities and a lot of the Asian-based ethnicities in San Diego. So the dialogue came out of there, and then we started talking about how we can have this appeal not just to all the Pan-Asian community, but also to the greater San Diego population. There really isn't anything on that scale celebrating the ethnic diversity of the San Diego's Asian populations. Now there's some other things too. There's some fun things out there going on, like the dragon boat races. But the Asian Cultural Festival that we're working on now just has a great appeal, a wider welcoming, and really looking forward to having that happen.
Real, hopefully, positive impact here in San Diego, and that Asian Cultural Festival San Diego is held Saturday, May 8th at the NTC Park in Point Loma. All right, thank you, Dennis-Michael, and we'll see you later on in the show.